Yo, welcome to Crate 808, and today we have got a little treat for you on the Patreon. Here's a little clip of me talking to MidaZ the Beast, Florida-based MC and such a ghost and woo head, and it came seeping through this conversation about Ghostface Killah and 12 Reasons to Die with Adrian Young in 2013. This is how we got into it, and we went deep. We went into the whole ghost catalogue. It's basically one of the best ghost chats I've had in ages. And yeah, go check it out. If you enjoy it, go to patreon.com/crate808, sign up, sub. You will get a Woo episode every month, and you will get a Doom episode or a dinner episode, a live show. We talk to our community pretty much every other day or so. It's quite nice actually getting in there and just hearing from people. And yeah, man, just get on there, spread the word, and enjoy this slice of homemade ghost goodness. Boom. Do you remember the wu-tang name generator?
I do.
Right. I'm sure we all tried it out them days, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't remember what my name was, but I did try it out.
Don't worry, bro, I got you. Because basically, right, what I ended up doing, and I realised there's two different versions of the Woo name generator, and we generate our guest's name. So I put MidaZ the Beast into these two little search engines. One's official, one's unofficial. The official Woo name generator for you, mate, is Deafening Pioneer.
Deafening Pioneer. I'm with it. Yo, that's you know what? That's accurate. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's true. It's true.
That's accurate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with that. That's gonna be my AKA.
I like it. I really like that. You know, like a pioneer. That's such a woo thing, like being a pioneer, but it's so loud. You know, you make deafening. The other one's a little bit more straight, but still pretty dope. The unofficial version, Dynamic Ninja.
You know what? And that was almost even, you know what I mean? Like better. Like if you're gonna be a ninja,
you gotta be
might
dynamic.
as well be a dynamic one. You know what I mean? Like that's when you on the next level of ninjaism.
Yeah. Because imagine being a non-dynamic ninja. You're not lasting long. Like in the Turtles, the Foot, the clan. They would go out there, they would beat shit up out the sewers. You're one of those if you're not dynamic.
Yeah. Those are dynamic ninjas, not like regular ninjas. You know what I'm saying?
I love this. What do you think Ghostface Killah's X factor has been throughout these 20 plus years of his career?
Ghost has soul, and I think that's his X factor. You know, for me as an MC, from my standpoint, just myself, like I think people always tell me like, MidaZ, super lyricist, this, that, and the third. I think my superpower is I just feel music a certain way. You know, I feel music a certain way, and I feel like Ghost has that. Like I think he's one of the goats of that quality. Is he can just absorb and feel music, which allows him to do two things at a high level, which allows him to be a phenomenal beat picker. Like I think when you think about the greatest beat pickers of all time, you know, Ghost is on that list. Yeah. You know, Ghost is very high on that list as far as selectors of production. And then the other thing is just, you know, he's visual, man. He's a very visual storyteller, and even when it's not a story, it's a rap that you can see. You know, so the visualness, you know, his ability to pick beats, and then really just his just knack for feeling music, I think is what makes him special.
I love that. Two questions. One, why Ray before Ghost? And two, the best thing you've ever heard with these two. What is the prime example of those two doing their best?
Oh man.
So they're big ones, but we have to.
All right. So one, you know what I love about Ray is that Ray got such Ray is like to me today, Ray is still the best rapper in the group today. Like if I were gonna hear a Wu-Tang song come out today, I would expect Ray to have the best verse on there today. And Meth is really ill right now too.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That's Meth's, but like Ray is so consistent. There's never I never hear a Raekown verse where I'm like, he mailed it in. Like Ray body bags everything. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. And if you're one of them heads, because like, you know, close with Planet Asia, and one of the things that me and Planet Asia always talk about, like, cause Ray is his favorite MC. So me and PA are always like, yo, you heard what he said right there? Like, Ray goes crazy. So I don't know. Ray got a special, it's a way that he puts words together. I think Ray is the best opening line dude. Like, he's got great opening lines. Yeah. And then he's also this is a thing that people don't even peep. He's a great come off of a verse opener. So what I mean by that is, like, if Ray is like the third person on a song or the second person on a song, he's gonna his like first bar of entry, like where he decides to come in at and what he says when he comes in, is phenomenal. Like, it's next level. So I'm just a big Raekown head. So my favorite Wu-Tang song ever is Heaven and Hell.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, so that's it. You know, I mean, you put that record on, and no matter the situation, like, that record will transport me every time to, like, where I was at when I heard it, and the visual nature of that, but also just I think that the real, like, camaraderie that comes through in their connection is so, like, it's palpable. Like, you really feel like even though we know that these dudes don't hang out all the time in that way, you kind of feel like they do. Like, you kind of feel like Ray and Ghost hang out all the time. Like, yeah. You know, they always together, they always kicking it. Like, you kind of feel like that because, you know, the way it's like the way that they finish sentences and things is crazy. The Hilton is crazy. Like, when my man said,
iron his shirt.
Ray slipped on soap, landed on his back with his gat. Now that's dope. I'm like, yo, what are we doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's also fantastic. On that song, Ray, in the middle of a shootout, asks to iron his shirt.
Yo, it's the greatest thing ever. That is one of the great stories in rap history. There's some really easy raps on this album.
Okay.
Like, there's some really, because I don't think when I judge this album, I don't hate the album. I dislike Ghostface on the album. It's him that I'm not excited about on the album. Like,
wow, okay.
There's some other like Master Killah's got some dope, got dope features on here. Deck, Killer Sen got the dope feature on
yes,
there,
of course.
Right? But Ghost is subpar on most of this record. Like, when I heard that line, yo, I'm a woo killer bee, you more like a bumble. I was like, I'm out, bro. Like, what are we doing?
But yeah, people love this. But yet, people love this album. Like, people find, and I thought Apollo Kids was incredible. I love
Apollo Kids,
bro. I mean,
I love Apollo Kids.
Bangers after bangers, and Ghost delivering, and the features are good. It was just
Apollo Kids is phenomenal. Big Doe Rehab is one of my favorite Ghostface albums. I think Big Doe Rehab is so slept on. Slept on.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on Big Doe Rehab? The joint with Meth and Ray is one of the best Wu-Tang songs in the last 20 years.
Yes.
Like, you know, like, that's Wu-Tang. Like, that's Wu-Tang. And you can tell a marked difference when Ghost directs the ship and when somebody else directs the ship. You can tell what he's excited to rap to, because he raps way different on stuff he's excited to rap to. I don't get the feeling that he had fun creating 12 Reasons to Die. It sounded to me like it felt like work to him. Like, I got to do this work. Like, I got to do this work because I'm on a deadline. Like, I have to knock this out. Versus, yo, what you doing tomorrow? Let's get in the lab and work on that one joint.
That's why there's a marked difference when you hear Kappa on Center of Attraction. Because I feel like Kappa is actually really leaning into it. Even the end where he's like, when he's like screaming at the end of the track. And what's he called it? He calls it something a Zoid. It's fucking brilliant.
Don't try to decipher Capadonna. We'll be here all day.
Don't even fall for that Caucasoid. Fucking hit Caucasoid. Like, I love Kappa. I love Kappa.
Kappa's a trip. Shout out Capadonna.
You know when I talked about Ghost doing a little bit more wild out the box. There is a bar on there that really gets me, and I don't know why it gets me, but the chain is chunky like the neck of a monkey is such a it's such an odd thing to call chunky. Do you know what I mean? It's a lazy bar. It could be seen as, but I kind of really love it. I don't know. There's like, you know, my chain is chunky like the neck of a monkey. Oh, then he talks about.
But you know what? So I want to sit on that bar for a bit because you're right. It is a lazy bar. It's an extremely lazy bar for Ghostface because
for Ghost, obviously,
because Ghostface has so many colorful ways to say that same thing. Mm-hmm. You know, Ghostface has never been a super literal rapper.
Yes.
Right? So like, definitely. For instance, right? Lot of Dark Man.
Right.
You're familiar? You a Lot of Dark Man fan?
Yeah. Back in the day, not kept up
back
to date.
The old Lot. Yeah. La is a very literal rapper. Like okay. La will say something like, "Cause I'm hot, like the sun."
Yeah.
You're like, okay, like, right.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
The sun is hot.
You're right.
You know, but like, he didn't even give us no creativity on that at all.
It was just straight.
Because, and I love it actually because that's what La does. He's just super
direct and
he's very direct.
Yeah.
Ghost. One of the beautiful things about Ghost, the most beautiful thing is how to the left he goes to get to that same thing. So he's not gonna be hot like the sun.
Yeah.
He's gonna be, you know, hot in some real crazy way that still says hot like the sun.
Yeah.
Like he got that bar on More Fish where he says, "Cause I'm the dog when it comes to rocks. Cause late at night they like, damn, who put the sun on the block?" I'm like, yo, who says that? Like, who says that? Like,
yeah.
But a line like that sounds like Ghost trying to be Ghostface. Like, yo, I'm gonna say like this thing that does, but it's like, no, bro, but that's not it.
It's not like it.
But this is where you come in this for that being like the line that you picked. If you love him, you just love it. You just love him. You know, you're like,
100%.
Ghostface.
I'm not going to ask you to rank these as such, but just your favourites. Like, out of that, what are you said this isn't even close to like the 5 maybe favourites, but if we are doing it, so we've got Iron Man, Supreme Clientele, Bulletproof Wallets, Pretty Tony album, Fish Scale, More Fish of course, Big Doe Rehab, Ghostini, The Wizard of Poetry, The Emerald City, and Apollo Kids. How are those like right now for you? How are those lining up for you? Pretty much.
All right. This is so. Number 1 is okay. I'll go backwards. Number 1 is tough, right? Because for me, it's between Iron and Clientele, obviously. Mm-hmm. But what makes it difficult is those are such very different albums, and like they're on any given day, I don't know that it's really hard for me to rank one of those over the other one because they're so different. They're very different. Like Iron Man is the RZA to me. Like I get a lot of RZA and it's a lot of RZA that I love. So like I like, this is what I'll say. I like Ghostface on Clientele more.
I can feel that. I can absolutely feel that.
I like the album of Iron Man more.
I think you've put it the best way. I don't think I've ever heard anyone put it that way, and I think that's the best way. But if one is pure golden era 90s, part of an extension of the Wu, it's definitely singular. It's not Cuban Links, but it is very much extension of Wu. The next album is a watershed moment in hip hop, like that for me.
Oh yeah, he's doing a thing that nobody had ever done before and has not done since.
So it's
like he's rapping out of control.
As a 1-2, you can't compare.
Favorite Ghostface line of all time is on this on Clientele,
Let's
which
go.
is you're gonna love this because it's not a special line, but it's my favorite.
Okay.
It's what he says. It's what he says. Flare leg Gucci joints. I never wore. I might give them to my brother-in-law, Fitzpatrick. Look, man. Look. That's the craziest line I've ever heard. He says,
Not mine.
flare leg Gucci joints. Right? The visual of this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Flare leg Gucci joints. I never wore them. I have them, but I never wore them, right? So, and he takes a moment in a song to tell us about these flare leg Gucci jeans that he has that he's never wore, that he might, he might give them to his brother-in-law, whose name is Fitzpatrick. If that doesn't illustrate Ghostface Killah more than anything else, that's the Ghostface line of all time to me.
That's fucking
Every
brilliant.
time I hear that song, I'm like, what is this? What is these flare leg Gucci joints I never wore? I might give them to my brother-in-law, Fitzpatrick. And if I find out that his brother-in-law's name is Fitzpatrick, I'm gonna die. I am really excited for if we ever get this clientele too. I'm really excited.
We hear it's coming, right, and stuff like that. I think this is one thing, just looking back and going through all this Ghost like kind of discography, I do wish, we all want Doom, of course, but I'd love to hear him more with Cool Keith. I don't know why. Him and Keith. There isn't much out there. I'm not sure how much there is out there.
Not much. I would have loved the Doom album. Like, we would have loved the Doom album. Like, you know, and
both at their peaks at that point. Both at their peaks.
Because the little collaborations that they did are just really good. I mean,
Charlie Brown. Is that Charlie Brown?
Charlie Brown is phenomenal.
Yeah. But then again, if you're talking offcuts though, bro, I know we've gone off this album, but if this is the first time we're talking Ghost, so it has to. But like, if you're talking offcuts, what the fuck? He's got the watch. He's got Sunshine. Is it the Sun or the Sun?
Have you ever heard the full version of the Sun?
Yes, it's fucking brilliant. The singing and the fucking. How is that? That would have made Bulletproof a certified classic.
It would have. Bulletproof without the sample clearance issues is it's
classic.
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Slick Rick, right?
Different.
Slick Rick's
Slick Rick's on the side. They changed the beat to Flowers.
Yes.
You know,
that was it.
Sample clearances really caused a problem on that record.
Another little wrinkle in the myth that is Ghostface that we love, right?
Ghostface Killah.
Which is why I'm leading on to the next category. I've got a little few more before we cap this off. We love Pretty Tony, right? And I'm sure as you are a Ghost head, you know about this, the world according to Pretty Tony's book, and including...
Yeah, I've never read it or possessed it, but I know of its existence.
I always encourage everyone just to listen to the audiobook. It's on YouTube somewhere, because it is just Ghost doing these lessons, and it's fucking great. Yeah, it's brilliant. So what we like to do is the world according to Pretty Tony. So it's his kind of takes on the world, and we want each guest to come in and pick a random page number, and we'll read our monthly lesson from Pretty Tony. So if you could pick a number between 12 and 90, man, I will have a look at it. 12 and 90, any number.
Let's do 14.
14, okay. I don't think we've had that. Okay, got 16. 16 is incredible, but that'll have to happen when 16 happens. This is fantastic advice from Ghostface. Make sure you get that bullshit out of your eyes. And he's specifically talking about the gunk sleep you get.
The coal in your eyes, man. Wipe the coal out your eyes.
Wipe the coal out.
This age of me and why?
That's it. That's it though, right? Make sure you get that bullshit out of your eyes. I can't think of anything else to make that sound even better. So Ghost,
I love that.
That's our lesson for this month. Well, there you go. A little bit of Ghostface goodness all up in you. And man, big up MidaZ the Beast. Go check him out. He's just a straight up legend, a great wordsmith, and he knows his shit. So yes, if you enjoyed this, patreon.com/crate808. Go on there, sign up, sub, support the show. We are trying to bring you more and more stuff as we go. And of course, the live shows are really good fun. We get in there, we have a chat, we crack jokes every month. And yes, you're getting your Ghost episodes after Ghost. Who do we do? I don't know. Join the Patreon, help us find out which Woo member we go with next. But yes, let us know what you think to 12 Reasons to Die, what you think to this whole project, what you think to Ghost Run. Hit us up, crate808.com, or just hit us up on Twitter, Insta, and just spread the word all out there. Much love, peace.